go do fun stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I haven't really, made like a huge, what's it called? Like community here, I guess. Like there's not a huge sense of community for me here, which sucks. I think it feels like I have friends, but no one that I'm hanging out with on a regular basis, like no bestie. And so I'm not going out as often, and I'm not like forcing myself to go out alone much. I'm just kind of here and like enjoying my apartment and like solo, just loving life. And I think that's not enough. I think I need to be like out and about, and I need to force myself to get out and about. And I think I could do that here. Like I could force myself to do that here. However, I don't know if I want to. I think maybe the year here has been enough, sadly. Hermit is okay, and thank you for saying that. It means a lot. I was very nervous that I wouldn't be able to just come back and like that it would be different, or like you guys wouldn't love me anymore or something. Like everyone would just abandon me, and that's not been the case at all. This is only my second live, and I already feel the love, and I feel very welcomed back, and I think I'll just be able to pick up where I left off. So yeah, the hibernation was ultimately a good thing, I think. Clearly I needed it, but now it's like, okay, now what? Now I've been hibernating, and now I'm out of hibernation, and it's like, okay, am I going feral? Like, am I about to? My break was really good though. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Yeah, learning how to like be with myself has definitely been a daily practice. I'll say that. It's not easy to be with myself sometimes. Sometimes I feel like a freak, but ultimately I am glad to have learned how to like be with myself, learned how to enjoy my own company, and it can be very empowering. I think it has been, especially this like amount of time spending with myself, like going back out into society and like hanging out with people. It does feel a bit awkward sometimes. Like sometimes I feel like an actual alien because I'm like, I haven't been interacting with people or communicating with anyone. So it's like, how do I talk again? How do I engage in conversation? What do I talk about? That kind of stuff. Like I start to get existential with it, but I think that goes away over time. Like I think hopefully I'll feel normal soon. Let's see. Yeah, some of these questions I'm not even sure about, but I love y'all and thank you for asking them. Keep asking. Hi, Gianfranco. Best to be present, live in the moment. I couldn't agree more, Sam. Also, welcome back. Hi, Sam. Yeah, I'm trying to do that and just kind of live in the moment, but that's part of my problem, I think, too, because I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to live in the moment. I'm not worried about it. And then now it's like 1 week before I'm supposed to move and I have nothing done. And next week I'm supposed to like have the rest of my trip planned. I'm also supposed to be figuring out where I'm going to live next, and I have no idea. So yeah, there's problems with that. I also feel like, where's my Mississippi accent? Somewhere in here. It's somewhere. It'll come out eventually. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, job-wise, like I've been enjoying working for myself, but it's also been so difficult to be, it's like that joke about being your own boss, and it's like I'm my own boss and my boss is a bitch. It's like that's kind of how I feel. It's like I'm my own boss and my boss is really disorganized and lazy and doesn't want to work and like doesn't want to get her shit together. So I feel like I kind of need to get a job. Yeah, I need to go work for a company and have a boss that is like also mean, but at least like if somebody else tells me to do something, I'm much more likely to do it than telling myself to do it. I just don't trust myself, I guess. I do think I probably have ADHD. Might have a little touch of autism as well. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So I think there's opportunities for growth all around. But I think work-wise, it does feel like it would be a good idea for me to at least have some more structure in my life. Whether that's, structure here, structure there, I don't know. But somewhere, I need to find some structure. Angel, hi, it has been a long time. Welcome back. It's a good idea to work. Go to work at Thursday. You got to work at those things. Yes. Legit, you were that way. Meds helped a lot. Crazy to know what it's like to feel normal. Okay, see, I'm not on meds, and have I taken medication for that before? I think I have. I'm trying to remember, because I've taken medication for like 2 different things, and I think ADHD was one of them. So I was taking, like, I was on like a stimulant back in college, and like the first time around with college, and for a couple months maybe, and it did work. It was helpful, but it also made me like, I don't know, it made me feel like a freak too. So I don't know. Relate to all of that so hard. Really, Emily? Okay, I'm so glad. It makes me feel less insane. Verb, welcome back. Hi. Adderall does that. Oh, there are better ones. Okay. Which one? Can I ask which one you're taking? I don't want to be like nosy, but I am curious. Maybe it would be helpful. You don't want to ever work for me. Okay, good. Don't. Yeah, I don't want you to work for me either. I wouldn't put that on you. Is somebody gonna match my freak? Literally, Cara. That's my new anthem. Missed you too, Ferb. Missed you too. I'm trying to think what else can I do? I guess I can go put my shoes on, because I am going to go out in just a bit. I'm going to eat lunch and then go out. Meds are not for everyone. Probably have ADHD too, but it's benefited me more than not. Yeah, I think there's pros and cons to everything, right? It's like, and part of that is like makes me who I am in a way. So part of me doesn't want to like lose those traits that are really, I don't know, I guess not unique to me, clearly, because like everyone else is experiencing them too, who have ADHD probably, but I think it does feel like it's part of my MO, I guess, is to just like be totally free and have no idea what's going on. Just very like, I don't know, living in the moment kind of thing. That's kind of how I feel like ADHD is sometimes. It's like, I don't know what's happening and I'm okay with it. And then I worry that getting on meds would make me dull and boring, and I don't know. Maybe that's not true though. Have I journaled anything? I have a bit. Yeah, I have been journaling again. Not as much as I was before, like on my journey of self-reflection. I think I was journaling every single day, never fail, at least 3 pages a day. And now I'm like 1 page a couple times a week. Or like 1 page, yeah, a couple times. Yeah, you get me. Okay, being between the moment of becoming is hard. Queen. So real. Having the option is nice. I couldn't agree more. Sometimes you skip your meds for a wild weekend here and there. Okay, I like it. I like it. So you have the option. Yeah, that is nice to have the option. Wait, did you tell me what meds you're on? Because I missed it. Let me scroll back through. Guanfacine, what is that? Having a steady routine and income is beneficial. I couldn't agree more, Sam. Couldn't agree more. Emily, you've been a hermit since COVID, working from home, need to re-enter the outside world. Yes, Emily, that's exactly how I feel. It's like I'm enjoying being a hermit. I love it. And it's like since COVID, that's kind of how I've been. But in reality, like sometimes I feel like I'm vacating my life to the point of like, I'm not even living a life. I'm just like existing, you know? Like I'll just be watching TV sometimes and I'm like zoned out, and then I come back to like I snap back into reality and I'm like, wait, it's been 3 months and I've not seen a soul. Like that's weird, you know? It makes you feel like, uh-oh, like am I actually living or am I just existing? That part scares me. So sometimes I'm like, okay, I need to go, like, I don't know if I need to go make friends, meet people, go out on dates, like just re-enter society. That's exactly how I feel. So I'm glad we can agree. Harnessing our strengths. I love that. Love it all. Okay, wait, I'm trying to scroll. Sorry, y'all. Thank you, Ferb. Angela, hey. Oh my gosh. Okay, yay. I'm so glad. Okay, I'm so glad I don't feel alone anymore. Okay, Stratera and Guanfacine. I've literally never heard of Guanfacine before. That sounds like a person to me, like Juan Francine, but non-stimulant ADHD meds. Now you've got me invested. Now I'm like, okay, Maybe I should try Stratera or Guan Francine, whatever that is. I'm very intrigued. Thank you, Guy on TikTok. Hey, Angelo, what's up? What's up? We need to talk more. We have a lot in common. I completely agree. Completely agree. Yeah, we should definitely touch base and swap stories, and so we can feel a little less alone. Thanks, Ferb. I like it too. I'm really happy with it. I think I'm gonna get a little bit more added because I took some out, like took some of my hair out, and then I cut it. It was like down here, and I cut it to like this length, obviously. But then when I curl it, it like shrinks up to like up here. And sometimes I feel like it's not enough. I'm like, wait, did I cut it too much? Like, did I cut too much off? And then did I take too much out is the question. Like, is this enough hair? Because like when you have it in the front, it's enough. But then when you look in the back, there's only like this much, just a little peeking out kind of. So I don't know. I think I might add a little bit more in, but I do really love the color and I'm really happy with it overall. Like, I'm glad to be not blonde anymore. It feels more like me. It's also less expensive because I'm not like getting my hair colored every 5 minutes. Like, I'm gonna get to go this time to the salon and I'm not gonna color my hair. It's just gonna be extensions, move up, and adding in another piece, and then that's it. And it's gonna be cheaper, way cheaper. So I'm happy. And I feel like I'm not trying so hard. As much as I loved being blonde, it's like, it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of work. And I kind of just want to embrace like my natural, I say that as I'm talking about hair extensions, but yeah, it feels more natural to me now. So I'm happy. Okay. Thank you so much for talking with us about the travel stuff. Oh yes. Okay. Yes. Travel stuff. I'm so happy to talk about travel. Like, any questions y'all have. I can't exactly give you too much detail about what I'm going to be up to because, to be honest with you, I have no idea. I don't know where I'm going to be, where I'm going to go, but I can say that I'm definitely going to be visiting Portugal, and that's going to be my 31st country that I'm going to have visited, and I'm very much hopeful that I'll get to 50 soonish. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to 50, probably years, actually, now that I think about it, but that's my next goal, is 50. And I'm at 30 right now, so I have one more, and then I'll be at 31, which is my age, the age that I am now. So I'm definitely gonna do Portugal, and then after that, I'm not sure. I'm thinking I'm gonna go to Rome for a few days. Am I gonna stay in Italy? Am I gonna go see Florence and Venice and some other spots? I don't know. Am I gonna leave and go somewhere else, like Istanbul or Switzerland or Edinburgh? I don't know. But I can answer any questions you have about like travel in general, or like my travels in the past, or your travels. Is anyone going anywhere fun that I've been to that I can give advice on? I've been thinking I might do like, someone said plus size queen. Y'all are so silly. I can't. LOL. Plus size queen. I can't. These are a medium and they're too big for me. I had to tie like a little thing here so that they'll fit. They're too big. Okay, Cora, thank you so much for joining. How do I have money to travel? I work and then I have people who love me. What do I think about visiting Croatia? I think Croatia is a great choice. I think it's inexpensive. And it's also really beautiful. Like, the coast there is really pretty. And yeah, I've heard it's pretty inexpensive to travel to. And it's really pretty. Split is beautiful. Highly recommend. Oh, love you. Miss you, Cara. Have fun with your brother? Am I crazy? I'm like, what did you say you were going to go do? Your mom. Getting ready to go out. I didn't see with who or what, for what, but... And you don't have to know, we're just people in the same boat. Exactly. But yeah, if y'all have any other questions about travel, definitely let me know. I have shopping with mom and brother. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, fun. Go have fun shopping. I love it. I'm probably going to hop off soon too. But thank y'all for 3,000 likes almost. What are some things that I've had to do since I started living abroad? What did I have to do when I first started living abroad? Cell phone plan, etc. Yeah. You're going to have peanut butter wafer for breakfast. Okay, love it. Things that I had to do when I first started living abroad. Cell phone is definitely one of them. So I didn't get a new phone. I just got a phone plan from like whatever country I'm living in. I usually just get a SIM card in each of those places and just pop it into my phone. But I did get like an official phone plan while I was here for a while. And then when I first moved, obviously, like if you live in an apartment, then you have to have things like water, things like electricity. So all that stuff I had to, set up once I got here. And then I'm now about to have to undo everything that I did. Same with my business. So I started a business here, and now I have to close that business if I'm going to leave. But to do that, I hired a lawyer, I hired an accountant, and so I have like a whole team here of people that I now have to tell that I'm leaving, and I haven't done that yet, and I leave next week. So that shows you how much I've been avoiding this and like not wanting this to happen. Like I don't really want to leave, clearly, but I have to. So I'm gonna have to let them know, and then we'll have to figure out what's next after this. Like, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. What other questions do you have for me? Is that the Dutch flag? It is. I'm in Amsterdam right now. Yeah, there's a lot to do. And like moving abroad in general is hard because there's, for example, if you don't speak the language, which I don't, I think it depends on where you're traveling to, obviously. But if you're going anywhere that's not like the UK or the US, you're going to be in a country that doesn't primarily speak English. So most people do speak English here. It's not like really that big of a deal in terms of being able to communicate with people on a regular basis when you're out and about. Like if you want to order something at a restaurant or whatever, like people will talk to you in English. It's not a problem. But it is a problem when you're trying to conduct business here. If you're trying to like do anything with the government, like government documents or even menus online, like random stuff, like you do have to translate everything. So I have my translator app, and I have thousands of screenshots of stuff in Dutch, like documents in Dutch that I have to post into Google Translate and then translate the document so that I can understand it. And so it's just a little like inconvenient. It's, you know what I mean? It's not major, but like little things like that do get to you over time. And I think it's, it's been a year of that. And I'm just like, wow, it would be nice if like I could read this document right away, than having to translate and figure out what it's trying to say and figure out what I'm going to do. I don't know. It's like, it would be nice. But also I love living abroad, and that's just one of the things that you have to put up with if you aren't going to learn the language. Like you just have to, make do. Okay, now we're going to move on to Steely Dan, and I'm really excited because I don't think I've ever heard this album before, so I'm pumped. Okay, what about when I first left the US? Was it just as simple as changing the phone plan? I think so. I'm trying to remember. When I first left, because I had to, storage unit, first of all. That was step number one, was like, get a storage unit, put all of my stuff in a storage unit, and then run away. That was step one. Step two was then, get a SIM card, which you can just get from the airport or like anywhere once you get there. It's not really that difficult for the phone thing. But then, and like AT&T and other places also offer like travel plans where you can do like, it's like $10 a day or something if you're abroad. So worst case scenario, like your phone will work when you leave the US. I'm trying to think what else I did. Travel insurance. I got travel insurance almost immediately before I moved. I paid like less than $20 a month for that. It's not super expensive. And then, oh wait, is that slide one? No, I accidentally put it on side two. Hold on. No, stop. I want to do side one first. Okay, and then, what else did I do other than travel insurance? I'm trying to think. Travel insurance, phone plan, or phone SIM card, and then storage unit. What else did I do? JStar, can you think of anything? I'm trying to think, I'm thinking taxes. I'm thinking, what else did I get into? Because I was only I didn't get a visa or anything because I just stayed in France for like less than 90 days. So I didn't need a visa. So I just kind of left with the idea that like I wouldn't stay there longer than 90 days. So I didn't get a visa, didn't worry about much else. I think I had to think about packing. That was probably the hardest part, was like thinking about how I'm going to fit my whole life into a carry-on suitcase, and like really going back and forth about, okay, what am I going to take with me? Weather, thinking about the weather, temperatures of these different places I might go, and trying to fit like coats and shoes and all that, plus my toiletries and my medicine and my glasses. Oh yeah, that's things like that, like glasses, contacts, medicine, stuff that you're using every day that you can't easily access in those other places. I got like in bulk. So I had got like a year's worth of contacts. I got a year's worth of my medication. But then it was like, how do I fit a year's worth of all this stuff into this tiny little, female appointments. Exactly. Like going to the OBGYN, like getting a checkup, making sure I have, whatever your form of contraception is or whatever, making sure all that's up to date and that you have access to it. All that's like important. But then it was like, how am I going to fit all this into a carry-on? So that part was hard. I ended up having to leave some of it. And I could only take like 3 months worth, and then just kind of hope that I would have access to it in a certain country. And eventually I went to Morocco, and Morocco had like immediate, easy access to like all medications. They just let you like get whatever you want, kind of like in Mexico. It's like you don't have to have a pharmacist or anything. You can just go up to the pharmacy and they'll give you whatever medicine you want. They actually trust you, which is amazing. So I was able to go while I was in Morocco and just get all of my stuff, like an additional 3 months worth of my items. And then things like contacts, I think I got new contacts, and like an eye exam in Japan because it's super easy there. It's also easy in South Korea, I've heard, with contacts and medicine and stuff. Eye exam specifically, it's super cheap and like easy there. So I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, medicine. And I'm actually doing that right now. Like I have my contacts, and I'm out, like I only have 3 days left. And so I'm now ordering another 3 months worth, for the next 3 months. Who knows where I'll be. So I'm trying to get enough of those to last me for a while. And then same with my medication. I take levothyroxine for my thyroid. And I only have like 20 days left of that, or 15 days left of that or something. So I have to get some of that before I leave. Oh my goodness. Yeah, freestyle prescriptions is nice. I did get my eyes checked. Yeah. I always get I'm obsessed with the optometrist. Like I go all the time. Maybe not all the time, but like definitely like every 6 months I'm at the optometrist office. Okay, where am I living now? Hi, Fran. I'm still in Amsterdam, but I'm actually moving next week, but I don't know where I'm moving yet. I'm just going to be free floating for a little while, traveling, and then at some point I'm probably going to settle down. I'm thinking New York right now, but other contenders are Paris, London, LA, some bigger cities, basically. Tokyo, just kidding. Yeah, it's probably gonna be New York. You just followed me on Instagram? Thank you. Boston, someone said. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Boston. I have thought about it. I have friends in Boston, but I'm not sure. Madrid? I can't do Madrid. I do love Spain, but I think if I was gonna live in a city, it would definitely be Barcelona. I'm partial to Barcelona, but I do love Madrid. It's beautiful. Boston would be so fun, but I think New York would be more fun. I have even more friends in New York than I do in Boston, but don't be sad. I love y'all. Okay, someone asked what color are my eyes. They're brown. They're like hazel. They're not really hazel. They're brown, but they're like a light brown, kind of. It's not like chocolate brown. It's like a almost green whenever, God, I'm so close to the screen right now. But yeah, it's like in the sunlight, they get really light, like golden almost. So not hazel because they don't turn green, but they definitely can get lighter than this, like lighter brown sometimes. Ugh. Who asked? I don't know. Someone. Don't give me my attitude. I love it. Someone says I have attitude. I can't. Exactly. Lower the tone. I'm dead. Y'all are a riot. How do I find my next place to live? How did I find my next place? Well, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't found it yet. I'll let you know when I know. I think this place I found because I hired a real estate agent. So that was easy enough. And I think it took me a while though to find this place. And I love it and I don't want to leave. So that's making me really sad. But I think the next place I'll probably hire a realtor wherever it is that I am. And it does depend though on like where I go, you know? Like if it's, for example, if I'm only going to stay for like 3 months or less, then I'll just get an Airbnb, or I'll maybe do house sitting, because there's also the Trusted House Sitters app that I use to house sit. So there's that option as well. And you can do house sits up to like 6 months at a time in some places, but that obviously depends on whether you have a visa to live there or not. And I only have a visa right now to live in Amsterdam, and then the US obviously, and nowhere else. So anywhere else that I go, I wouldn't be able to stay for longer than 3 months, which sucks, but also is fine. Like ideally, I think, you know, hopefully I won't want to stay anywhere else for more than 3 months other than being in the US, except for maybe Paris or London. But I don't see myself like doing what I did here, where I like go set up a business and like get a lawyer and get an accountant and all that. It's like, this was a lot for me to commit to living here, and part of me feels so much shame about that, because I'm like, now I'm gonna up and leave after only a year, after I did all this work to move here. Am I crazy? Like that's kind of the loop that I've been telling myself lately. But I'm like, it doesn't matter, right? It's like, it is what it is. I don't want to spend another year of my life here just because I took the time to hire a lawyer last year. It's like, I don't feel the same way anymore. I don't know if I want to stay here for an additional year. As much as I love it, I think I could, it's like, now it can be a place that I visit and reminisce about how much I loved it. But I will say, this apartment, it's going to be so hard for me to let this go. Like, I love this apartment so much. I'm going to be so sad when I leave. Next week, I'm going to be crying. Literally crying. I will cry. Jake, hi. Do what makes you happy. Thank you. What is my favorite part about Amsterdam? Ugh, so many things. I love the canals. I love the bridges. I'm a bridge girl. I love bridges. I don't know what it is. I think it's an engineering marvel. And I love water too. So I think maybe that's part of it, is like, I just like being near water and on water. And if that's like ideally an ocean, but you know, a coastline, beach of some kind. But if I'm not living, you know, I'm often not living near a beach. I don't think I've ever lived on a beach, or near like a coast, for example. I've lived in Chicago, which was like on Lake Michigan, Pittsburgh, which had a lot of bridges and like 3 different rivers that ran through it. And so I think I'm just used to like bridges, water. And then in Mississippi, I've lived right next to the Mississippi River. So not exactly coastlines, but I'm partial to rivers, bridges. Yeah, lakefront Chicago, exactly. You remember, Fran? Good morning from Iowa. You think I'd like Sydney? I really want to visit Australia, but I don't know if I could live there. But I definitely want to see it, and I want to like go hang out there for like a few weeks or something, maybe a couple months even, maybe a month. I don't know. But it feels like it's so far away. I don't know. And I went to Tokyo and that felt very far, but Australia feels even farther to me. It's like, feels like it's a whole nother world down there. Hi, Habibi, come to Dubai. I lived in Dubai for 2 years already. I've seen enough of Dubai. I do love it there though. It's a beautiful city. I lived in Dubai already for 2 years. So I think I'm done with Dubai, but I would visit again. Same as here. It's like, I loved it. It's not like I want to leave. Like, I'm happy here. And I have so many things that I love about it. Like, I love the people here. I love Dutch people. They're very, very serious, very particular, but I love them. They're kind of like me in that way. Very particular. Not the serious part, but the particular part. And yeah, my landlord, the guy who owns this building, or not this building, but this apartment, is so special, like in the sense of, you know, his eye, like design wise, I think he's got a great eye, and he's very focused on like historical preservation and historical accuracy with like the bathtub knobs and the, you know, like everything here being really special. I don't know. So I really appreciate that. I think a lot of people are like that here. Like the architecture is very unique, and like a lot of ornamentation with the architecture here. They really have a focus on making things beautiful and functional. And I really value that and appreciate that as a designer myself. Yes, preserve the culture. Thank you. With what little culture Europe has, most of which was stolen from other countries, but with the little culture that they do have here, they're really trying to preserve it, and I appreciate that very much. It seems like America, we've just kind of like flattened everything out and we've started over, and kind of like Dubai in a way, like there was nothing there and now there is something. I think that's kind of how America is. It's like more new and improved kind of thing, and they have no problem like just wiping something out and starting over. And while I appreciate the ingenuity and like the effort that comes with that, it's also like, I don't want to live in a new building. I don't want to live in a place that looks exactly the same as all the other places around it. I don't like homogeny. I don't like things that all look exactly the same. I don't like brutalist architecture. I don't really like a lot of modern architecture. Like, I love the passion and I love the effort, but I don't really love the lack of creativity and the lack of, that sort of preservation of like what once was, and trying to modernize it for, for current day. It's like, I love that I can live in a canal house in Amsterdam that's like been here since the 1800s, and that I still am able to like have central heat. That's amazing to me, but that everything looks the same and feels the same, but I'm able to enjoy modern amenities. Like, that is the dream to me. And I just don't see how, as a designer, you could have it any other way. But obviously we have different thoughts. What about Spanish architecture? Love it. I love all European architecture. I love all architecture, okay? I love architecture of all kinds. I'm really not a snob when it comes to things like that. Like, yeah, I love Spanish architecture. I'm really excited to see Portugal soon. I'm leaving for Portugal next week, and I cannot wait to see Portuguese, like everything in Portugal. I'm so excited. I want to see Portuguese architecture. I want to see the color, the sense of color there. I think is going to remind me a lot of Morocco, and I'm really thrilled and excited to see that. I have been to Spain. I've spent a good month traveling around Spain, and I've seen, Barcelona, Madrid, Ibiza, Majorca, Marbella, Gibraltar down south. I don't remember what that town is, like right before you leave, but I've seen there as well. So I've kind of been all through it and over to the islands. So yeah, and I love it all. You're in the Williamsburg, Jamestown, Yorktown area of Virginia. Lots of history. That's so funny how New York has all the same names for neighborhoods too. Like Williamsburg, Jamestown, Yorkville. They have all those. That's so fun. I love it. How about Art Deco? Love it. Love it. I really like the schoolhouse movement in Amsterdam. I love Roman like ancient Rome, ancient Greece. I loved visiting those places and seeing the ancient ruins there, and then how they've tried to preserve those monuments, and then also kind of, if a bit filters through into like the other architecture there. It's a bit more modern now, obviously, but I think it's still really beautiful how they've made a concerted effort to try to like keep things the way that it is, the way that they were. So that makes me happy. But yeah, love Art Deco. I love, Gothic cathedrals, anything Gothic. I love anything with a good column, Roman column, Grecian column. I'll take it. That's part of the reason why I love New York. I think New York is really special because there's a lot of influence from Amsterdam in New York. So there's like, Amsterdam Avenue, and then they have a lot of the brownstones and beautiful buildings that are in New York are like inspired by the designs here in Amsterdam. So that makes me happy too. So I think it would be cool to do go from Amsterdam to New York, because there's a lot of similarities actually. And with the naming of things as well, it's just familiar to me now. Good morning, Jackson from coastal Georgia. How's it going? Charleston has beautiful architecture. I have seen Charleston. Are we talking about South Carolina? Is it South Carolina or North Carolina? Charleston, yeah, South. Charleston also has really pretty architecture. So does Savannah. Yes, those are beautiful towns as well, and they do have really pretty buildings, like pretty houses. Southern architecture, I'm a bit impartial to, just because I've seen it. I've seen so much of it already. So it's like, been there, done that kind of thing. I'm a bit, I don't know. It's like, it also comes with so much of the history that's not necessarily good. I think that's the case for everywhere, So it's a bit hard to wrestle with that sometimes, because like you'll see a really beautiful plantation home, for example, and it's like, well, it's a really beautiful plantation home, and then you're like, well, and everything that went with that is tough to make it like fully appreciate it, but in my mind, I guess, and also just because I've lived there for so long, it's like I've seen those places a million times. They never get old, but they do. Yeah, it's almost like sometimes I'm like, maybe they should bulldoze those things down, maybe they could consider it, because it holds probably a lot of like really awful memories and pasts for people, but I don't know. I guess that's maybe wishful thinking. Because like I'm over here talking about preserving things, so we want to preserve as well. But yeah, Savannah is beautiful. Charleston is beautiful. I think those have really special, both of those places hold really special places in my heart, because I think the trees, especially, like they have trees there that are older than, my family bloodline. Like they're ancient. So I think that's really special too, like the nature there. There's a lot of beautiful mountains, and then they have the coastline is right there as well. And so yeah, largest historic district in the USA. Wow. I didn't know that, but I have been there and it is beautiful. I can confirm. It was really pretty. I did think about living there at one point. I remember thinking like, wow, I could see myself like going to school here or just like enjoying life here. It's a lot slower there and it's very hot. And so I'm not a huge fan, just because it's like, it's also the South to me. So anywhere like south of the Mason-Dixon line, I'm just like, it's off limits to me pretty much. But just because I have like my own thoughts and feelings about it, obviously it's personal preference, but it's just because I've lived in the South for so long, and like coming from Mississippi and living in a place where you didn't really want to be for 18 years, it's like, okay, we gotta get out of here, staying far, far away. But okay, wait, I'm getting off track, you guys. Travel. Have I been to Sevilla? Yes, love Sevilla. Sorry, I forgot to mention that one, but that's actually probably my favorite place in Spain, is Sevilla. Loved it. I am Southern, Fran, you know that. Yes, all about history, sadly occupied. I know, so sad. Good morning from Hiroshima. Wow. I have not been to Hiroshima, but I've heard it's incredible, and I would really love to see Hiroshima. Like, that's on my list when I go back to Japan. Hi, Joe. They finally got the proper cemetery. That makes me happy. Wait, what was I saying about what? I don't know anymore. I was saying a lot about a lot of things. I think I was just saying that, yes, I'm from the South. I'm originally from Mississippi, and now I live in Amsterdam, but I'm leaving next week and moving on. So yeah, thank you. About the South. What about it? I just want to not live there. I just don't want to be there. That's all. Ironing board. You're from Mississippi, don't leave. Aw. I don't have a Southern accent. No, I don't. I do. It's like, it's just buried down deep somewhere inside me. Please don't take that out of context. Yeah. I don't know. I think I did have one in like growing up, and then also in school, of course, with friends and everything. It was pretty intense, I would say, my accent. But then I started doing vocal coaching at 18 and started doing like acting lessons and learning about how to speak for national commercials and things, like to have a more commercialized voice. So if I wanted to like, I don't know, market something to you, like, I don't know, this toothbrush, Curaprox, Ultra Soft, like having that kind of sing-songy advertising commercial voice. And I think that was practicing that led me to this accent, which is a lot more neutral and just kind of standard American accent, I guess. But like, if I want to get back into it, I can, you know, kind of like, I can force myself, but it always feels a bit fake for some reason, even though that's like my natural accent. I think I don't even know what my natural accent is until, or like exactly what it feels like until I'm like talking with my parents, or, you know, I'm talking to someone from the South again, and then it comes out. But I do that with other accents too, even though I'm not from, like, for example, British. Like if I'm talking to a British person, I tend to like want to speak in their accent. Like I want to mimic them, and I don't, out of respect, obviously, but it's like in my mind, I'm like talking in their accent, or I'm like thinking about talking in their accent, and I'm wanting to mimic it. So I think that's just a natural thing for me. It's like, yeah, I don't know, just adopting, or yeah, like adopting whatever suits me at the time, I guess. Commercial accent is other. Yeah, I don't know if I can do it as well, like flipping back and forth. Like it's not as easy for me, especially because, like I said, the Southern accent that I adopt a lot of the time, especially if I'm just like going into it really quickly, I think it sounds fake to me. Like it doesn't actually sound like my accent. And I think that accent really only comes out, like my actual Southern accent really only comes out when I'm like talking to someone from the South, or like my parents or something. It kind of like the way that I used to speak really comes back. Yours comes out when you talk sometimes. Yes, I'm back. Hi. Where am I going next after Amsterdam? Great question. So I'm definitely going to Portugal for a few days. I'm going to go to Porto. And then after that, I'm going to visit Rome. And then after that, I don't know. And I've been to Rome before, but I have not been to Portugal. I've never been to Porto. So I'm really excited to see it. Excited to experience it. I can't wait. I've been wanting to visit Portugal for a long time, so I'm pumped about that. And Rome, I'm just excited to revisit because it's been like 10 years, I think, since I've been there. But like where to after that, I don't know. And then what? I don't know. So like, do I stay in Italy and do I go see other places that I haven't visited before? Like Florence, Venice, Pisa, go south to like Palermo, Positano. I don't know. I could stay in Italy and like explore more of Italy, which I have not seen, or I can leave Italy and go somewhere else that I've never been, like Istanbul or Zurich or Edinburgh, or, you know what I mean? It's like endless. I don't know. I have been to Germany, but I've never been to Munich or Berlin or Cologne. Like I've never been to like the major cities. I've only been to the countryside with like the castles. I have been to Milan, Fran. That's the reason why I don't want to visit there, just because I've already seen it. But it is a beautiful city. I love Milan. Okay. Oh, would I rather... Austria. Yeah, I've been to Austria as well. So, love Austria. It's beautiful. I've only been to Vienna, but loved it. Okay, y'all, I should go. It's already been an hour. I can't believe. But this was so fun, and thank y'all for joining me. We're now on side 2 of Steely Dan. Are y'all liking the Steely Dan? I like it. Skip Frankfurt, Value says. Okay, good to know. Thanks for the tip. I have not been to Russia. I do really want to go, and I have friends who have been trying to get me to go for a while, and it's like, I don't think now is the time. But I have a friend who lives in Belarus, and she's actually coming to visit me this week. I'm really excited. And she talks really highly of St. Petersburg and says that it's, you know, a really great place to visit and very cool. So at some point I definitely want to go to Russia. I definitely would love to see Moscow, or Moscow, however you say it, and also St. Petersburg as well. But I think it'll be a while before I go there. Yeah, things will have to really calm down a lot. Yeah, now is definitely not the time, but yeah, eventually. Yes, we are in trouble with Russia right now. We don't need to get into it, but yeah, not the time to be visiting either of those places, but I would love to see it eventually if I get the chance. Nuremberg, okay. Yeah, I've never been. I would definitely go. I've heard really good things about Cologne, and then there's another town there that's supposed to be really special for Christmas. It's like the Christmas I don't know, Christmas village, like special Christmas village there that I really want to see. But I don't know if I'm going to get to it this year. Maybe another day, another time. How do you say that? Wiesbaden? Wiesbaden? I don't know how you say that, but that sounds cool. You need to use y equals mxp to find out why I'm not your girl. I love it. I love it. Thank you. That's where you want to go? Cologne? Yeah, I bet it's beautiful. I want to see it. Yeah, maybe there. I don't know. I have a lot of options, which is amazing. I'm so lucky. Like, I can kind of go anywhere I want, which is really, really a blessing. It's just the like fear and I guess the heartache of like which place do you choose out of all the places you want to go? You know, I could go anywhere in the world. Where am I going to go? It's hard to narrow it down because like I want to see everywhere. I just want to see it all. You were based in, I don't know how you say it. Wiesbaden? I'm going to guess Wiesbaden, but I don't know. I am very blessed. Do I get lonely? Yeah. I think anyone who doesn't is like lying or they're a fool. Yeah, of course I get lonely. I don't feel like I have no regrets. I'm not like, oh, I wish, you know, like I'm more in the present moment now. Like I'm just like appreciating where I am in life, which is alone. And I appreciate it. I'm actually glad. But there are moments, yeah, of course, where I feel lonely sometimes. And I'm like, feeling sorry for myself a little bit, or just like wishing I had a bit more community in my life. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm moving, to be honest. It's like, I'm not saying I couldn't create community here. I think it's possible for you to create community anywhere you are. It's really more about just getting yourself, like putting yourself out there. But for me, at least right now, it feels like it's a lot easier to create community when you're in a place that, you know, where you speak the language and where it's like more comfortable for you. And so I think a place like Paris or honestly the UK, London, or like back in the US would be a lot, like the US would be a lot easier for me. Like New York or LA would be the easiest, just because like, you know, or New Orleans or like somewhere in the South where like my family is, that would be the easiest. But, you know, I don't like things that are easy. Yes, focus on the positive, Moon. Exactly. It's like, I know how much, as lonely as it can feel sometimes, in those moments, I definitely do think about how lucky I am to be alone, because it's like, there are so many people who are stuck with people that they don't want to be with. There's people who, you know, have children, for example, that they can't escape ever, which like, you don't want to escape your children. I'm not saying anyone like doesn't want to be in that situation. I'm sure everyone loves their kids, but at the same time, like, wouldn't it be nice to have a little bit of alone time, have a little bit of a break? And like, they don't get that, you know? And I do, I get it all the time. My life is a full-time break. So that is actually really amazing. I feel really blessed to have that, you know? Escape your children is maybe not the right way to say that, but you know what I mean. Go to Quebec. Okay, I've heard so many good things about Quebec. And it is like, it's close enough, like it's closer to the US, you know, Canada, and it's still like a little bit European. But I told my French instructor that I was thinking about moving to Quebec, and he was like, bleh, like don't do it, because he's from France, obviously, and there's like a lot of bad blood between them, apparently. So I did not get recommendations to move there from my French instructor. I think he was nervous that my French would suffer, but yeah, I am considering it, strongly considering it. I found an apartment there that I'm obsessed with, like in Quebec, and you have to rent it for at least 30 days. So it's like a month-long rental minimum. And it's actually cheaper than the apartment that I'm staying in here. And I've never been to Quebec before, so it could be cool just to like live there for a month, you know, and just see what it's like. So I've been thinking about that, even like for Christmas, like it's so beautiful there around wintertime, you know, so I think it could be fun. Yeah. Just don't for an expiry. What does that mean? Expiry. But yeah, lots of history. Definitely a different French accent, but I think I'm ready for it. I think it could be fun. So I've thought about that because it's like, yeah, a lot closer and easier to fly to visit my family and stuff. But I don't know if I want to live there, you know? It's like, I think it'd probably be nice to visit, but like Paris, I could see myself living long-term. Experience. Gotcha. Yeah. Cold. True. Very cold. I do not speak French fluently, but I'm trying to learn. I have an instructor and I'm practicing every day and really trying to become fluent. And I think it would help a lot if I lived in a place where they spoke French, because then it would force me to practice, And I told myself when I left Chicago that I was going to move to France and learn how to speak French and like become fluent. And I lived there for 3 months and I didn't learn a lick of French. Like I didn't practice it. I didn't study at all. I just kind of like completely abandoned the plan. And then since I've left, I've tried to start picking it back up again and like try to get more serious about it. So I'm hoping that I'll be fluent at some point in my life. But right now I'm the most, I guess, like, I know the most that I've ever known. Like, I've actually, because I studied it in college and I didn't really, like, practice. You know what I mean? Like, I learned the words, but I didn't, like, converse. I was too nervous and too, like, scared and shy. And so now I have a private instructor and we talk together every week for, like, an hour. And I've gotten a lot better. He said he's seen a lot of progress from me in the last, I don't know, a few months that we've been working together. So I'm definitely not fluent, but progress has been made. Okay, hi. Doing great studying French. Maybe immerse yourself in Quebec into an intensive program for 6. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can see myself there for 6 months, but like I wanted to do that in Paris. I had thought like, okay, let's do Paris for 3 months, but maybe Quebec is like a good option. Happy medium. I don't know. We'll see. Cara, you're back? I know. Okay. Yeah, I am, but I'm actually just about to end. So I'll end while you're on, just so we can say goodbye to each other. But thank y'all so much for 5,000 likes. Thank you to my 11 subscribers. I don't know how many of you are here, but I just really, really want to thank you so much for still being subscribed to me. It makes me really appreciative and grateful to know that I have support even when I'm taking a break. Like I can take a break and still have people who love me. So thank you. Thanks, Fran. Thank y'all for the follows, by the way. And I will stay safe. And thank you so much. Bano or Bono, I'm a UX designer. So, and then also like traveler, content creator, etc. Maybe also an actor at some point. We'll see. That's probably not happening anytime soon, but thank you so much. I hope you have a nice day. I'm gonna go get lunch and then go out and enjoy myself. So love y'all. Thank you for being here. Tim! I'm leaving right now, but it was really good to say hey to you before I go. Yes, good to see you too. Aw, thank you for the gifts, Mo. Thanks for my roses. Look at my little gift gallery. Wow, 150%. Thanks. Yeah, feel free to drop me a message. I really appreciate y'all thank you for being here. I hope y'all have a great day too. J-Star, my hanging lights. Thanks. I do have a gift goal, I think, of a couple galaxies, but I think the hanging lights are pretty special and the roses too. Join my team, says Mo. Oh no, that was Angela. Thank you, Angela. Ugh, I've missed y'all so much. It's really good to see y'all again. I'm happy to be back. I don't know why. It's like I really thought that I would not be able to like take a break and come back, and yet here we are. I took a break and I'm back. And it was great. Awesome. Yay. Y'all are the best. Thanks for welcoming me with such open arms. And thank y'all so much for the support. Oh, look at all the likes. I love it. Okay. Great to see y'all. Great to catch up. Tomorrow, my friend gets here, and then I'll have 1 week left in Amsterdam before I leave. I'm going to try to make some content and like show y'all around Amsterdam and take y'all around with me wherever I go. And ideally show you Portugal and Rome and all the other places I get to see in the next couple weeks. And then eventually show you where I end up, whether it's New York or Quebec or Paris or London or wherever in the world I'll be. I'll take y'all with me. So someone asked if I have a blog. I do technically, but I haven't kept up with it. But my website is lilywithluggage.com, and that's kind of a blog, I guess. I have a couple of articles there about like how I moved to Amsterdam and some other articles, and then like one about Dubai and some other stuff. And then I also have my Instagram is lilywithluggage, and I have pictures there, although I haven't posted in a long time. What else? And then here on TikTok, follow me here as well. Okay, yeah. Someone got me a galaxy. Wait, oh my gosh, thank you. Wait, who gave me the galaxy? Mo. Thanks, Mo. Oh, I wish I had just set it to like one galaxy so that would end the goal or like complete the goal, but thank you. Thanks, Mo. Please post more. Okay, I'll try. It's hard for me because I'm scared. I'm a little scaredy cat, I'm shy, but I'll definitely try. Thank you all so much for your support. It definitely means like, it makes me feel good that you want me to post, so I'll try. If you encourage me, I would be more likely to do it. Okay, thanks. J-Star, I am sort of just living here. I guess technically I have a business here, but a new follower, thanks. Is it Charisse? Charisse Nicole, love it. Thank you. You have a new follower too. I'm gonna follow you right now. Okay. But yeah, I technically have a business here, but I don't have any Dutch clients or anything, but I'm a UX designer and I am currently working freelance from here. Okay. All right. I'm actually leaving now. Love y'all. Thanks. Okay. Everyone say bye. And then J-Star and other people who have my special emojis, to those of you who are subscribed, can you throw in a couple special emojis that you only get if you're subscribed? Just so I can see them before I go. I love those. Bye, Cara. Can you use a special emoji? I just want to see a couple before I go. I don't know how many we have. The number of my comments hit an all-time high in 30 days. Brilliant. Hello. Goodbye. Thank y'all. Oh my gosh, J-Star, love it. Yes. Yes. Okay, thank you. 10 out of 10. Love y'all. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for being here. Nimanja, hi. Thank y'all. Peter, I can't read that, but thank you so much. I wish I could speak your language so I could know what you said, but love y'all. Thank you. Hi, Ghost. Bye, Ghost. Bye, everyone. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye. See you later. Bye-bye.